Go. Sup?
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Which camera's mine? I don't.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. So hey,
That one's
everybody,
yours.
welcome
That's
to
his.
Aquashella Chicago 2022. Glad you're here early in the morning, hanging out with us. Who's us? Who are you?
My name is Jason from Primetime Aquatics.
I'm John from KG Tropicals.
And I'm Carrie from Science Gal Aquatics.
Awesome. Just to be clear, that's John. I'm Jason.
There's already been confusion of that this weekend. People have hunted us down and realized we were not the person they thought they were.
Yeah,
But we were.
I hope that you get to experience what I get to experience, and that's when somebody starts talking to you about a video I did for 15 minutes, and then 5 minutes into the conversation, you realize, I never did that video. I think I know what you're talking about, but I have never done that video before.
I've had that happen to me about probably 10 times, and every single time it's one of your videos that they're talking about.
Well, that's good. That's awesome. So, Aquashella,
Yes.
we've got some cool stuff coming up. What's going on this weekend?
All kinds of fun stuff. I'm so excited to get things started. It's going to be such a fun day.
Well, and Jason, you're doing a talk.
Uh-huh.
So are you.
I am, but I want to talk about you first. Is that today or tomorrow?
That is tomorrow. So tomorrow at noon, I will be talking about Lake Tanganyika cichlids. It's kind of, if you've never kept them before and you want an overview of what they're like and your options and how they behave, this will be the talk for you.
Nice.
Yeah. What are you going to be doing? You're going to be doing something pretty cool.
I am so excited about what I'm going to be doing. I am getting up on the main stage, which we are looking at right now. Not really, but we can see over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting up on that main stage, and I'm having a throwdown, knockdown fight with Jake Adams from Reef Builders, and we are going to debate saltwater versus freshwater. And folks, I need y'all to come here and represent me here because Jake's a smart guy. I'm a little intimidated, but we're going to have some fun. We have an agenda with it that I think is going to make everybody really happy, and maybe it's the start of something that we can do at Aquashella. Doesn't always have to be me, but doing debates, I feel like this could be something that could be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And I think everybody's got an opinion about something. We could do debates on just about every subject known to man when it comes to fish keeping, and someone's going to have a differing opinion. And their opinion is always going to be right. So that's always fun. That's pretty cool.
Freshwater versus saltwater has got to be like, that's where you start with debates, though.
But that's not really much of a debate, though, dude.
I know. We all know.
Let's face it. It's freshwater all day, every day. I mean,
I should be
down.
I should be able to just stand up there and just say hi and win the debate.
Yeah, like, hi, freshwater. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yep, I like freshwater fish from South America
I like
and
fresh
Africa.
I like fresh water, and I can't deny.
But yeah, it's going to be a good time. Carrie, what do you got going on special?
I'm super excited about the Scape Off today. The creator one is going to be super exciting. We have a lot of really talented contestants that's going to compete. And I just really enjoy watching them build the scapes. It's really fun to just watch. And then the Fluval one, the finals.
Yeah.
What they do, it's amazing.
So are you in the aquascaping, the Crater Challenge?
Mm-hmm.
So you're super excited about showing everybody the business, right? You already got your rocks and your wood kind of scoped out, picked out?
No, I just go in and see what I can create. I compete with myself. As long as it's better than the tank before, I feel like I won.
No, that's not good enough. You got to smoke everybody. And here's what the other thing you need to do. You need to really play head games. So when you see other creators looking at certain rocks and wood, like you see them kind of pre-scoping it out, just grab it. Even if you don't even think you're going to be able to use it, like, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be left with just all the scraps. And
It's
that's how you
true.
win. You just got to go for it.
You got to
gotta
play
cheat.
a little dirty.
Yeah.
You got to cheat. I mean, there's no shame in cheating if you win.
Yeah.
You're like, do you really want that? Do you really? I mean, it's so ugly.
That's right.
Do you really need that one?
And if you've got to do a chop block, as they're getting their stuff, chop blocks are allowed in aquascaping.
Oh.
Yeah. You can throw stuff. I saw 2 hammers. I saw a bunch of rocks.
Well, everything's fair game when you're smashing rocks because you kind of just hit everything inside.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed. That was my foot.
You just hope it's not a tank.
Yeah. This will be a whole new aquascaping. If you're not here, you're going to miss it. The Creator Challenge /
Yes.
Throwdown.
And we have a little bit longer time to work on things, so it's going to be an all-day entertainment all day.
And I am very proud to say I am not participating in said
I tried.
aquascaping contest.
I tried
Yeah.
really hard.
But my wife and Jason's beautiful wife
Mhm.
are both involved in this, so that will be
It's gonna
fun.
be so fun.
They're better anyway, so it's good that they're doing it.
They're talented.
Yes.
Well, and the other thing you mentioned too is the Fluval Aquascape. This is the playoffs. I mean, this is the
Mhm.
World Championship. So there's actually some high stakes going on there, and you could see.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, I was there for a while just watching because it's fun watching. I don't know how many tanks there are, like 12 or 14 or something like that.
There's quite a few.
And the teams that are put together, they're the real deal. I mean, these are people with an incredible amount of skill. And so you're taking top 3 or so? I mean, there's however many winners there are from Dallas and Orlando, and they're all coming together, these teams, and they're going to do their absolute best because there's a cash prize involved. I think it's like $5,000
Yeah.
and tanks and stuff. So you could just tell, okay, it's game on. The other ones, I mean, they were taking that seriously as well, but
Yes.
this one there's another level going on
You
here.
walked up there and it was just shh, let them concentrate. You can film, but don't get too close.
Fun fact, I supplied fish to one of the scapes. They're
Really?
sitting over there just waiting for water to go in the tank.
Hopefully waiting for the water to warm up a little
Uh-huh.
too.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a little chilly. So by the way, if you're coming here,
Mhm.
right now it's a little chilly. So it's about 40 degrees outside. It's partly cloudy with a light breeze coming from the northwest, but it's also chilly in here. So
Mhm.
You know it's cold when John's wearing a hoodie.
Yeah.
But I still have shorts on, and that's not going to change because I hold on to the shorts as long as I possibly can.
can you just one time, like for one of the presentations you do, wear like dress slacks?
Yeah.
You got to wear slacks.
Nobody would think it's me if I
It'd be
did that. They'd be
awesome.
like, "Who is that guy? What, Ron Burgundy or something?"
You do. You'd have to Ron Burgundy out with like maroon pinstripe slacks.
I brought jeans,
No,
but
it'd
I
be
just
a
refused to wear them.
Fish suit. You got to have, it's Aquashella.
Yeah.
So you got to have some fish print material made
I-
into something.
I
I
considered
mean, it's the one time you can get by with that.
I considered a very nice suit, which I don't own. I'd have to buy. I considered a very nice suit for my debate with Jake, but
Mhm.
it just didn't make it happen.
No.
You could have done like the dark blue suit with the red tie and the little
The
tie
power
clip.
tie,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
that would be good.
Absolutely.
Good pair of loafers.
Yeah.
No
The
socks.
best debate ever.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to lose half the crowd there. It was just a joke.
So other cool things, other things that you've already pre-seen that you're interested in walking by, and because it's tough because Thursday night, people are still setting things up. There's
Mhm.
got to be stuff that you're like, oh, I want to see this when this is finally all the lights are on and everything's
Mhm.
going. What do you want to see?
Carrie, you've had more opportunity to walk around than I have. I haven't seen anything, and that doesn't mean it's not
No.
there. I just haven't walked around.
Mhm. I don't know. It's so hard to choose. I'm really into the shrimp right now. So all the shrimp booths, I'm really excited I drove this time. So usually when I fly, you can still buy things, but I drove. So I am so excited to go look at shrimp. I can't even express it.
Now that you're able to take things home, though, you won't find anything.
Oh, it's probably
That's
true.
the way it works. You go to the mall with money in your pocket, you can't find
get
anything to buy.
Yeah.
that's how it works. But oh my goodness, there's so many things. The art's really cool here. There's so many really talented artists. There's some art that I never thought about buying fish art before. And then I started coming to Aquashella. I was like, this looks really pretty. And the fish, like, this is awesome. There's just so many different vendors here that I'm really excited because, like you said, I don't get to see a lot of the show, but what I get to see, I'm going to make time.
The biggest thing for me, though, about the only thing I've seen, Jason, and we talked about this last night, and I talked about how it could get me in trouble, is
Oh,
that
yeah,
right there.
I
You're not the only one that's.
It's right there.
So, do you want to explain what that right there is?
Yeah, well, it is a goldfish vendor, and they are called 24 karat goldfish.
Mhm.
Right, fellas? Hey, look over here.
They can't hear you. The speakers are
Can't hear
pointed
us.
the wrong way.
And their fish are absolutely amazing. And they're
Yes.
right there. Like,
You
they're
can
right there.
see them across the room. You're like,
Yeah.
whoa,
and
wow.
they are absolutely adorable. A bunch of them last night were trying to get me to take them home with them.
Mhm.
And so that could get me in trouble this weekend.
Look at them looking at us
Yeah.
right now. Like, go ahead.
Yeah,
You know
they're-
it's a good idea. Take me home. Bag me up.
So the issue for me is I only live 25 minutes away from here. Obviously,
Uh-huh.
we drove, and we could make a lot of trips back and forth. And I've got the boys. Luke could come out and just be like, hey, Luke, I need you to pick something up and take it home and throw it. So this could be a disaster for me and my wallet. More so not because of me, but because of Joanna, because we all know she's the one that likes to walk around and invest in things. But yeah, that's awesome. You've got the aquascapes there. If you've been to Aquashella before, a lot of people think, well, if you go to Dallas, will it be different in Chicago? Will it be different in Orlando? And the answer is absolutely yes, because you get a lot of vendors that are local, and they've all got. So, for instance, in the Chicagoland area, there's big interest in cichlids. We have harder water here, so you see a little bit more of that. It changes, and the vendors change, and what they bring changes, and their display tanks change, and it's cool. We've got a display here where there's a big tank, and it's filled with colorful crayfish.
Yes.
You need that in and of itself is worth. I've never seen it. It's not something you would be able to do long term. So I'm not saying go out and get a bunch of colorful crayfish and keep them together, because that is not going to work. You're going to wind up with a lot of crayfish missing limbs. But for a day, right now, all they're doing is they've all found a place in the tank, and they're just chilling out, and it is like, wham, color splash.
They're cool.
Yeah, you showed me those on the way out last night, and then I also did see. We see our friend Will Nace over there. I saw that velociraptor that they have, and I don't know what it's called.
Velociraptor.
That monitor, that black and white monitor.
No. The black. Will, what is it called?
Black dragon.
Yeah.
This thing is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It looks like a velociraptor. It's all black. I wanted to call it blue. It is gorgeous. Not the color blue, but the blue from Jurassic Park.
Guys, you should see the brontosaurus they have here. It's awesome. It's in a big giant cage. It's a living one.
Now Jay is posing in front of it with his bright orange shoes.
Yeah.
They are magnificent. Jay is also magnificent. So,
by the way, before we go any further, since y'all in the chat are here early in the morning, thank you for being here. Noel, Silver Creek, I see Fishy Biz. Can you do us a little bit of a favor and just tell us what the sound is like? Are we picking up a lot of background noise? Is there any echoes? Is there anything on your end that is not sounding right? Because that helps us throughout the weekend figure things out. So if there's anything happening in the land of YouTube where it's like, oh yeah, I'm watching this and something's really annoying happening, Silver Creek says sounds amazing. Y'all are perfect. You hearing that all, Jesse? This is Jesse.
Yes, I'm hearing everything
Setting it
crystal
all
clear.
if
Good.
it's bad, it's Jesse's fault. But also, if it's real good, that's also Jesse's fault.
John, do you know who's here?
Who?
Finn Wiggles. Finn Wiggles, what's up?
I'm not sure. I know. I don't think I know that person.
Finn Wiggles is
Is-
awesome.
Is he one of your people in your stream? I don't think he comes in ours.
No, she's
She,
out on
sorry.
the west. Let's get it straight. You need to come to one. All you guys need to come to one of these. Finn, you need to show on up. Noel, Fishy Biz will be here. You need to go home.
You need to get down here. You're late. Like,
John
where are
told me
you
to say
at?
Yeah, right. You need to be here soon. But yeah, if you've never been to one of these things, you need to come out and hang out with us, because there's right in front of us. There's donuts. There's coffee for the VIPs. There's Big Rich. I mean, all right, so you got to deal with that. But I mean, other than that, you got every other thing that's going to be cool. He didn't even hear me. He's too busy fixing his hair.
It's
Fine, I'm
it's
a
a lot
little
of work.
jealous. I'm a little jealous. What can you
know.
say?
It's a lot of work to maintain that glorious mane he
Yeah.
has going
Just
down
that
his back.
level of beauty. You
It's
know?
always so fluffy and nice, and I mean, it's just an amazing haircut.
But I've said this many times. If anybody is watching this, considering coming to this event, this is not a convention. This is a celebration of this hobby. It's a weekend long celebration of this hobby, and that it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And every single show, they're adding more things. We talked about some behind the scenes stuff for next year. Oh boy.
Yeah.
This is where, if you're a crazy person that likes to keep, thank you for that,
Flushing a toilet.
likes
It
to
wasn't.
keep glass boxes full of water, this is the place you need to be this weekend.
Yep.
For sure.
I love the way you said that. That's exactly what this is. It's not your typical. I like the aquatic experience and back in the day and all those things and the club run shows, where there's a lot of education and stuff. And there's a lot here too. I mean, there's got to be presentations for 2 straight days of really, really good speakers. But you're right. It's high energy. It's a place where people come because it's just awesome to be around other people who give it their all and love the fish keeping hobby.
Absolutely. How did we get conned into doing this here stream? How did this happen?
You showed up early.
I don't know, John. Why don't you repeat your pre-live stream statement?
Oh,
You said,
yeah.
golly gee, this is great, man. Let's do it.
I was joking,
Yeah.
but I said a word that I'm not allowed to say in front of 84,000 people that are watching right now.
That's
I can't.
right.
I cannot say what I said earlier, but it would be able to be used against me if somebody had it on video.
Finwiggle says she'll come for donuts and goldfish. Well, we got both.
Yeah.
You can eat donut. You can eat goldfish, I suppose, if you want. But I hear they're high in copper and they're not really good. They kind of bioaccumulate. So I wouldn't do that long term. But yeah,
Come on, we got to show this. Everybody knows this man. He's a
Come on up.
superstar, and he said, "Screw how cold it is here. I'm coming in my flip flops or slides, my shorts, and my t-shirt."
you're not in the video. You got to come. Well,
You
too
got
bad.
to come right here, Rich.
Yeah, say hello, everybody.
And we need to see the glorious locks. How far have they gone?
We were talking
Actually,
about how
we had to cut about 6 inches off. It got caught in the backpack air blower, got sucked into the motor, and we had to cut some off. So
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look at this.
yeah, it's
It's
fluffy.
glorious.
It's fluffy.
We
and
haven't even
amazing.
it's everybody knows it's Big Rich from Ohio Fish
That's
Rescue.
right.
I was happy to see you showed up. We were wondering if you
Yeah.
were going to be here. So now
Oh,
the
no,
party's
I said
here.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you didn't tell me. I was waiting
You
for that
didn't call
message.
me, and you haven't visited.
Wow,
These
he's-
are all facts, and
He's
it's,
been a slacker
and I'm
on
sad
many,
of
many
that.
levels. Many levels.
this guy. He's doing big things, y'all. And there's a reason why his name's Big Rich, not because he's a big guy, but
Well,
because he's
I
doing
mean, it
big
is
things.
kind of is a big-
You know where he was going.
Oh
Yeah, it's
no, we're not going to get weird early on a Saturday morning. Rich. Come on now.
It's the first hour.
yeah. Hold on, I saw a question here. Fishy Biz, you at Aquashella? Yep, he is. We hung out till late last night, and now we're all very tired.
Oh no!
Why is-
no! We can't say that. It's too early.
Why does Fishy Biz get to sleep in, and we're over
I
here?
know.
Dude, you need to come down here and hang out with everybody. You want to stay up late, you gotta get up early. That's how it works around here.
I got 2 hours of sleep. Let's go.
Yeah.
Matt
it's-
says it's so hard for me to be 1 hour away and not be able to make it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
stinks,
tragic.
man.
Yes.
Sometime you're gonna have to figure that out. Oh, Four Bros, how's the line to get in? It depends on when you get here. So
Mhm.
VIPs, obviously, they don't have to deal with quite as long of a line. The nice thing is the line is all indoors. So
Yeah.
it's not like you're gonna be waiting out. At least I don't think you're gonna be waiting out. No, you won't, because there's a big long hallway. You're not gonna be
Mhm.
outside waiting out in the freezing cold or something like that. So you'll be inside. The line is going to be dependent upon the tickets that you have. So VIPs, when they come in at 10 o'clock in 40 minutes, probably the line out there there's a line, but it's going to move very fast because a lot of the VIPs were here last night when they got to hang out. We hang out with the VIPs on Friday night, do a little dinner thing.
Mhm.
It's cool. It started last time in Dallas. We continued it here in Chicago. So the cool thing about that is they already did their check-in. The people that showed up last night, they did their check-in. They got their free shirt. All they got to do is just walk right in. That's going to cut down on the line. And then, so that's at 10. And now, John, help me out here. It's early bird at 11.
I believe so.
I think, don't quote me on this. Don't quote us on this, but I believe early bird's at 11. And so
In general, at 12.
I think it's 1.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
believe
one.
it's 1
Okay.
o'clock. So
Okay.
in terms of the lines will probably be longest somewhere around 12:30 leading into 1:30, somewhere in there. So if you're a VIP or early bird, it's going to be a little bit less.
Mhm.
And then it's manageable. I mean, it's not horrible. Sundays are always less busy than Saturdays. So if you're somebody who doesn't like large crowds, or you prefer not to be shoulder to shoulder with people, or you want to spend more time with vendors or creators, Sunday is absolutely the time to be there. If you want to, when is your talk? Is it today or tomorrow?
Today, 5 o'clock.
Okay, so if you want to wait a little while and see John's talk at 5, that could certainly be awesome. If you come in tomorrow, see mine at noon. Yeah. So
I got to admit, I lost a little bit of sleep last night because of this debate. I did. Jake is an intimidating guy because of his knowledge, and so I was a little scared. But I'm a plan guy. I have to have a plan. When I go up to do a talk, I have an outline on my iPad, and I can refer to that. We're just going to go up on stage and fight. That's all we're going to do. And we don't have an actual specific agenda that we have an agenda. I don't know if that makes sense, but we don't have an outline of like exactly what we're going to do.
Hey,
But I
Jeff,
think that makes it even more fun.
it's going to be okay because you know what? In the famous words of Mike Tyson, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
That's true.
So,
And like you said in the beginning, there's really not, it's not even really going to be a competition. I just need to go up there and say, I like freshwater.
yeah.
Yeah.
Show one picture, be like, boom, done.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Happy birthday to Fishy Biz.
Wow, yeah, happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
He is 20 years old today.
You can come here with your early bird or your VIP or your general admission tickets and wish Fishy Biz a happy birthday.
That's right.
He will be the big grumpy guy in the YouTube booth.
That's right. Lacking sleep. Matt says,
Well, he should be rested because he's not here right now.
That's true.
He should be
Yeah.
like the prettiest one of the bunch.
He also left early last night. Like, I think he went to bed before you left, didn't he?
no, he was still there.
Okay.
But I had a half-hour drive home too. I didn't just get to walk upstairs and go right to bed.
Yeah,
Everybody else
it
here.
does make us a little spoiled.
That's right. So Matt says, Jason and Fish Kingdom, LOL. Have you ever used the FishMed Nox Ick? Bought some yesterday for my tank. There aren't any real reviews for it yet. Making a video review for it. I've never heard of it.
Mm-mm. I
Me
haven't
neither.
used it.
Who's the brand?
Well, that's just the active ingredient. That's the most important thing when it comes to ick meds because some of them are like all natural. And if you've got a serious ick infestation, maybe it's better than nothing, but it's probably not going to solve a lot of problems. But if it's based on malachite green or methylene blue or copper sulfate, then it's got a solid active ingredient. But I would be curious if you can look at the bottle under active ingredients. What is it?
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Mm-mm.
But that doesn't mean it's not good.
Right.
It just means I haven't heard about it.
Like a butter in the back room deal.
There's a
Just
lot
said
of
it would
parking
work.
lot deals sometimes.
Yeah. That's right.
Fish stuff in the parking lot.
Well, it says, was just thinking about flying for the day, but kiddo number 2 has a college tour this weekend next year. You know what? That college tour might actually cost you less money than coming here to Aquashella. So look at it the bright side,
Especially when you consider all of the things that you're going to see that you want to buy.
That's
It's not the tickets that are going to cost you anything, or they do, but not make you go broke. It's everything that you see in here, especially these goldfish. They
So-
are no joke.
People. The other thing that's cool about Aquashella is depending on where you go, there might be different creators. So obviously you got the 3 of us. Big Rich was just up here. Rob from Flip Aquatics. Boss Aquatics, who is here. He was in Dallas. Was he in Dallas this year?
Last year.
Last year, yeah. So that's cool. Boss Aquatics is here. Fishy Biz.
Chattanooga Ed is over there walking
Yeah.
around. The Aquarium Co-op crew is right down there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fish Room Fever.
Yep. There's plenty of
Yeah.
mega superstars here
Grant and
today.
Shelby. Dustin is got his booth going. So yeah, there's different people depending on which Aquashella you go to. Some people
Mhm.
go to certain ones and other people to others, and then there's us.
Yeah. Then there's us 3
There's
that
us.
have not missed one.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
That's a point of pride for me too, by the way.
Uh-huh.
I've got all these creator badges, and
They're like trophies.
one day I'm just gonna wear them all.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't get medals much, but I get my Aquashella badge, and it
That's
makes me happy.
Did you pick out your own color? Because I picked out the green.
No.
and I felt pretty happy.
But I felt like it was just they gave me the right one.
It's like that. This one matches your season, Pedro.
Uh-huh.
Movie? Anybody? Not you two. You can't say the movie.
Oh,
I think that matches your season, Pedro.
the words were coming out of my mouth as you said that.
Don't do it. Don't
That's
do it.
the one. That's it.
All right. So he said the brand is Nox Ick. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a fun day. Nox Ick, and it's been around since 1947. Ingredients are sodium chloride and malachite green. Yeah, that is a very good.
You don't
Chemical.
have a product that's around for 80 years if it's not a good product.
Mhm.
Usually,
I mean,
Yeah.
people, there's a reason why it's been around that long. We lost camera feed.
oh no.
Push the button.
One day I was speaking, and then the whole world went dark. I lost it. Oh, Fishy Biz, Napoleon Dynamite.
You got it.
Nice job. Nice job. Very good. Yeah, that Mike guy. Pictures going in and out. That's because we failed. It's still early. We got to figure this. So, John, you've got these cameras. Isn't there a way for these cameras rather than because all we have to do is we have to kind of get them awake?
Mhm.
Isn't there a way to bypass that and just not have it auto shut off? Because I know on my camera at home, I've got a Canon, and you can just set it to not
Yeah.
time out.
I do have these cameras. However, I have never been faced with such a dilemma because
You don't use it for your live streams.
no, I do, but
Okay.
I'm a smart person, and I use a Mac,
Oh, I do too.
and I use a
Yeah.
particular software that is ready to use digital cameras, and I didn't have to do anything. I just
Really?
plugged it in and it works.
So
Because
it
that's
just
what
knew.
Macs do.
So I wonder if it must just does it send a message back to the, how is it? Is it via USB? And
Yeah.
it's just sending a message back to the camera like blink.
I have no idea
We're
why
still
it does
using
what
you.
it does. I've been telling them for a year and a half now they need to buy a Mac, but nobody listens to me. They
Yeah.
listen to me when it comes to what cameras to get, but they won't listen to me for the computer.
That
What
my
are you
guy
gonna do?
John is double fisting coffee.
Had
The
to.
struggle is. Are you? Oh my gosh! You're using one as a phone stand.
Well, this one's empty now because I know it's going to be a long weekend. But
Uh-huh.
here's the thing: it's decaf. There's no
What's the
caffeine in here.
point?
What?
Of it? So now you've got something that tastes horrible and doesn't even give you the benefit
No,
of
it
caffeine.
tastes delicious. You're sitting there drinking something that tastes like nothing.
It's better than tasting something that or drinking something that tastes like dirt. I can't
How
do
dare
coffee,
you.
so
I love coffee.
absolutely. I don't know how people drink it, and it's okay if you do. But it just, to me, my sister-in-law who's over there, she came today. You'll get to meet her. She once paid me $5 to take a sip of coffee and keep it down. I didn't even get the $5. I had to spit it out in the sink. It was I couldn't do it. It must be an acquired taste for sophisticated people, and I'm neither one of those things. So
I brought
Okay, wait a
at
minute.
my
I'm
own
sorry, Carrie.
espresso
I'm
machine
sorry. I
just
have to
save
interrupt
money.
you.
Go
am
ahead.
I in the twilight zone right now,
that's
or
Joanna and her.
No,
that
that's
is
what I thought
duplicate
too.
of Joanna?
Because
Yeah.
he's like my sister-in-law. I was like, you didn't have to say. We know.
I thought it was
That's
Joanna.
awesome.
Yeah. They're basically mostly similar.
That is bizarre. I'm sorry.
No, go. That's fine. I understood why.
Hold on.
But I brought my own espresso machine so I could save money from the Starbucks to buy more shrimp.
Yeah.
And that's
Smart.
true. I got the smaller one, but I get my triple shot in my hotel room.
All right. I can't do this now.
This is hard now.
Thi-
This is tough.
So
Look
you
at all
can't see
this.
this. Big Rich is over here staring at
He's
us.
trolling us now.
How am I supposed to even stay focused?
And because we are two bald guys, he also decided to take that glorious mane that he has and throw it over his
Be
shoulders
like,
just to flex in front of
He's
us.
just funny. I mean, he just sits there and he's funny. Well, thank you.
Well,
for
thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think we were better off when there was nobody watching us. Yeah. But you go ahead, eat donuts, drink.
I tell you,
Yeah.
this morning when I came in, I saw Rich and I had to go talk to him because I saw the most magnificent fish I've ever seen in my life at Shed Aquarium 2 weeks ago, the paddlefish.
Mhm.
And Rich and Josh are like, yeah, we got 6 of them or 7 of them. And do you have a lot of videos of them on your channel? You
They're in a
gotta watch
20
them.
long.
They
They've
are
got 6 paddlefish in a 20 long.
in a 20 long.
That is not true. I want to state for the record. Are they in the big giant? They're only in an 8,000 gallon tank, like one of those smaller ones.
38.
38. Oh, sorry, I got
Dang.
headphones on.
Not the
this-
pool conversion,
It's
but
this
another
small
one.
38,000. Oh, it's a koi pond. It's 38,000 gallons. I mean,
And like I
probably
said
could just
earlier,
cut them in a 20 long.
there's a reason they call him Big Rich,
Yeah.
and it's not in a weird way. Everything's bigger, right, Rich? Okay, this is getting weird, and this is a family show. I'm sorry. Sorry to embarrass you, Josh. You know, hey,
So this is cool. Real
it's
Madrid is
always
here.
me.
6 years ago, one simple goldfish, Mr. Jumpy, introduced me to one of the most beautiful hobbies in the world. Thank you, my imaginary friends who actually exist. That is us.
That is
But we
true.
are not
That's awesome.
imaginary. We are really here. Or are we? Maybe we're a figment of your imagination. Maybe this whole thing is just a lie.
We're at this event where there's lasers flashing up against the wall, and then there's
Oh, those
clones
are-
of other people walking around. It's weird.
There's
Mhm.
rainbow shiners on the wall. That's what those are.
Oh,
Hey, the pond guy's here.
he is
What's
There
up?
he
What's
is.
up?
Hello.
the superstar.
You want to come up and
himself.
say hello, wave to everybody? Oh, he's gonna. You're live on.
There's
TV.
84,000 people
Say
watching.
hello to Greg.
I have one thing to say. You know what
Uh-oh.
it is?
Please don't swear.
I love my job.
All right.
I would too if I
Yeah,
was
me
him.
too.
That's good.
So yeah, he's here too. He's got a booth. Check it out, especially if you're into ponds.
And
And you
Ed,
wanna
is
keep-
Ed here with him?
I don't know,
Is Ed here?
but you could.
It's coming at you.
Oh, cool.
Ed the pond professor.
Nice. Oh,
So-
am I required to refer to him as Ed the Pond Professor?
Or you can call him Eddie.
I just call. Okay. That'll
Eddie
work.
the Pond, but it's Mr. Eddie the Pond Professor to you. That's right.
Ed was the first guy from Aquascape that I met in 2015, and I was starstruck because they had the show at the time, or the show was a little earlier than that. I don't know when the show was, but I was like, I'm talking to somebody that's been on TV. It was cool.
TV. Oh, Brett. Is Brett Rayner here this time?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna say I didn't see him.
Next time.
Nope.
It's the first one he's missed in a while.
Yeah. Wish you were here, man. It's just a lot of fun when you're here. Let's see here. Matt's Aquatics. John, what's the smallest tank size for an Oscar?
Somebody had to do it, didn't they? Even in another channel's stream, somebody had to do it. Hey, listen, Jason might disagree with me on this, and
I
that's
probably
fine.
will.
But I say, do it right. Do a 125.
Oh, I'm not going to disagree with you at all. That's exactly what I was going to say, because a lot of people think, 75 for one. You want to see huge Oscars. Again, Ohio Fish Rescue, he's got some Oscars in his 8,000-gallon tank. And you often hear, they'll grow to 14 or 15 inches. Like, well, I've never seen one above 12. And mine got to about 13-ish in my 125. He's got full on, and I am not exaggerating, they've got to be at least 15 inches. And it's not just that the Oscar is 15 inches long. They're really tall-bodied,
Fat.
really, they're huge, and they like to swim around. And so a 75 long-term is probably not going to work. Could you get away with it for a few years? Probably. But yeah, absolutely, 6-foot tank. No, without a doubt.
The other thing is, I have had an Oscar in a 75-gallon late in the fish's life, and it makes the fish very lazy.
Yeah.
And they just
Yes,
lay around,
yes.
and they're moody anyway.
Yes,
It makes them very lazy. And so what happens to a lazy creature? They get fat, they get out of shape, and they die prematurely.
Yeah.
So do it right and get them a 125. Put them in a 75 when they're little, when you bought them for $8, and let them get about 6 inches, move them up to a 125. Or
Now-
save yourself some money and just go straight to the 125.
And keep in mind that buying one they're an inch, get up to 6 inches, that's going to happen quick, right? It's not like we're talking about Geophagus, where I bought the Geophagus at an inch, and 5 years later, it's now 6 inches, where it's Oscar. Like, I bought it at an inch, and within 4 months, you're like, oh, this thing's growing really fast.
Yes.
I better get a larger tank.
Yep.
Well,
Well, that's why we love them.
All right, here, I got a question for you. What is the fastest growing type of fish you've ever had?
Either Oscars or silver arowanas.
So
Yeah,
silver,
mine was-
and I haven't kept silver arowana.
Mine is a silver arowana for sure.
So they grow really fast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had,
Yes.
I agree with you. Oscars grow extremely fast. The fish that I had that grew even faster was I had a Nile tilapia,
remember.
Oreochromis. That thing, remember, it was like 18 and a half inches. I got a group of them. They were an inch at one of the meetings, and they were like $1. And people were like, just buy them. I'm like, fine, give them to me. I got $1. I've got $1. I threw them in a 10. And within like 2 weeks, I'm like, what am I going to do with these things? They're like
Oh my
2.5
gosh.
inches. I kept one. That was the one I kept, and I sold the rest at a swap. I'm not kidding you. That thing went from an inch to probably 6 inches within 6 weeks. And it was a foot inside of 6 months. And it was 18 and a half inches and had room to
Dang.
grow within maybe a year and a half.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah, that's I have video footage of that fish
Yeah.
in my computer as we speak.
Yeah, that
'Cause
was
you sent
Timmy.
it to me
Uh-huh.
3 or 4 years ago, and I still, from time to time, will use it in videos because that fish was in there with an Oscar or multiple Oscars
Uh-huh.
and African cichlids.
And now that tank, I haven't shown it since I've done this, but that tank has a female Midas cichlid, full grown, with African cichlids and a couple other more mellow South Americans, and not a single fin is torn. Not a single fish is up in a corner. Not a single fish is bullied.
Wow.
And they're all getting along just fine.
That's
And it's
awesome.
been a long time. I mean,
There's a tank at the Shed Aquarium that we saw that has like 40 Midas in it. And they
Yeah.
all have the huge nuchal hump.
Yeah.
They look like flower horns that are not
Yeah.
flower horns. And I sat there for 20 minutes just walking around, watching people's reactions to that fish. Like, oh my God, is his brain popping out? Like, what-
That'd
got
be
an
entertaining just
infection.
in itself.
it was fun, and because people didn't know. And I also watched people's reaction to the paddlefish swimming around with his mouth
Oh,
wide
yeah.
open. That was fun too. And I had the same reaction when I saw that. So
your mouth was open too?
No, I was just like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't look like it's supposed to be on this earth.
Is this real?
Why were you made? What purpose do you serve in our ecosystem?
That's right. So we
Yeah.
got 10 minutes left. What are we gonna
Well, you guys
talk
have
more
questions.
about Aquashella? Or
Aquashella. Did you see, and I'm looking at it now, and a lot of people love this booth. There is a massive driftwood booth at Aquashella.
Just makes you
It's-
drool.
Yeah.
You're like,
I
wow.
promise you, if you're into driftwood, there is a piece for you there. There's no doubt. Zen Aqua's here. He does all the really cool, whole like just handmade wood stands that are they're not tank stands. They're art designed to hold fish tanks. I mean, some of them quite large now. I mean, he's got them that hold 20-gallon longs and some pretty sizable tanks, and they look like they just popped right out of nature.
Well, the Oase booth is always a masterpiece. The Custom Aquariums booth, which is directly across from us, and yes, I am a little biased because I have a relationship with them, but they've got tons. They've got that monitor over there. They've got the albino python, I think it is, that is like 28 feet long, and then is the other one? Somebody said it was an anaconda.
It is.
It is. It's a green anaconda. Yeah, it's huge.
It looks like the one from the movie. Seriously.
I went over there yesterday and I was like, wow.
Except it's not on a plane.
Yeah.
They
Very
should have
cool.
put it in a plane.
I was like, I wonder if Jesse will let me put this in my suitcase to take it home.
But then it'll wind up on a plane,
Yeah.
and then that's
With
part
Samuel
two.
L. Jackson on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's eating everybody. Where's Carrie? Well, never
got
see one of that
eaten.
anaconda.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
got
happening
eaten.
anymore. Yeah.
She's so small, it was easy for the snake to take her first.
Yeah, I wouldn't put up much of a fight.
Yeah, the Oaza booth is outstanding. Again, they've got probably a dozen tanks, or no, more than that, maybe 15, 20. And it is usually, visually, it's like one of the absolute must-sees, and you won't miss it. Trust me, it's always in the
Yeah.
center. Real quick, because I think this is a good question. Somebody asked, where was it? What are our channels? So, John,
Somebody already answered. It is my channel that I have with my wife is KG Tropicals.
Mine's Science Gal Aquatic. Science Gal is one word.
and I am Primetime Aquatics. That's us. That's where we're from. That's what we do.
And I
Talk
have
about
to
fish.
admit, the booth, I'm really excited for it, honestly. Our booth is pretty cool. We have some exciting people going to be here that
Yeah.
you can come up, and we're here all day. You can feel free to come talk to us. And if you want to pitch or anything, like, it's a fun booth. It's a fun place to be at all day. Like, our booth is pretty, there's a lot of cool vendors, but I have to say the creator booth is a pretty happening place.
I wanted to make a comment. Am I stepping on you, Jason?
Nope.
Okay, good. I wanted to make a comment about that Driftwood booth. First of all, I don't know the name of it, but it's the Driftwood booth.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's sufficient because there's nothing else like it here.
And it is, if you are an aquascaper, it looks like an aquascape booth.
It's heaven.
It's not like they just came in here and threw all the driftwood in here. It's all meticulously placed to look like a absolutely glorious piece of art. It's amazing. So
And
I
the
wonder if
fact
they-
you can actually look through things and see it because it's not just in a box.
Right.
Yeah. Would be cool. I don't know if they would like it very much, but if we surrounded their booth with glass and just started filling it with water, I wonder
it
what they
might
would
win
do.
the aquascaping
Yeah,
contest.
Yeah,
that'd be
for real.
like,
It'd
how
be
could
funny
you
'cause
beat that?
They would still be in there, like the people who sell the driftwood. They could just kind of dive for it. They're like, I want that piece. They're trying to hold their breath. Okay, they get down there. Then they get all tan and do you know what Joanna did to me yesterday? I walked down in the kitchen. So I smell something cooking in a frying pan. She's got the frying pan filled with water. There are alder cones and catappa leaves in the frying pan that I use to make my eggs every morning. She's boiling these things
That's
for her
funny.
aquascape today. That's what
Uh-huh.
our house is like.
I know
I
this
can't.
feeling.
Now,
That may have happened a time or two too.
do you know what it feels like to get the tannins out of the frying pan before you cook your eggs in the morning, and what your eggs taste like after that?
Well, no, I can only imagine though, but I would imagine
Uh-huh.
it's not pleasant.
It takes elbow grease to get the tannin stains out, and then even when you think you've got them all gone, there is a very rustic taste
Oh,
to
no.
egg whites.
It's earthy.
It's earthy, yes,
Oh.
yes. It's very organic. I felt like I was eating a part of nature. Yeah. I got my teeth are all stained
Well,
brown.
if you want to be technical, anyway,
Mhm.
everything we eat is a part of nature.
I suppose so. Yeah.
I don't know about Cheese Whiz though. Like that's
Yeah,
kind of
but
it tastes good on crackers, but I don't know if there's any natural products
it's
for
true.
that.
It is, but it's so good.
I
You
don't
just-
know. That's kind of random, but I was like, well, 99.9% of the time.
So I have two thoughts on that. One, it would be pretty cool though if you could walk by a Cheese Whiz plant and just be like. The second thought is when we were kids, you know those the cattails, the brown cattail things. We told that they just grow like where there's water. The big.
Oh
long-
yeah,
they
yeah,
look
yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we told one of our friends, we were probably like 12 years old. The kid was probably like 9 or 10. But we told them that those were hot dogs. Like there's a hot dog plant. Nature produces hot dogs. Like, well, they're
Oh,
kind of fuzzy. I'm like, no, they're amazing. This kid breaks one off and bit into it. I'll never forget the look on his face. There were all those like cattail fuzz things coming, they're pouring out of his mouth. He's trying to get it out. Why did you tell me that? He's trying to spit it out. All these cattails are going, like the fuzz is going everywhere.
Never trust you again.
And
Nope.
you all thought Jason was such a good guy.
Hey man, we were kids and we thought it was funny, and it was. So, but he learned an important lesson that was not nature's hot dogs, and you don't eat those.
My
So-
parents convinced me that mud pies were real pies
Oh,
Oh,
Just-
and I'm the bad guy. That was her
just to get-
parents.
just to get a laugh, you know?
oh, that's funny.
So I understand that earthy
Did you,
taste.
but did you eat one?
Yeah, I didn't get it all the way down, but I did attempt to eat it because I thought it was real, you know?
That's awesome. Well, any last minute thoughts?
I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's going to be a jam-packed, fun, high-speed, high-energy day, which I'm not prepared for, but I'm still excited, and it's going to be a blast. It already is a blast.
Yes.
Just getting ready to having the opportunity to see you all and have the event last night and stuff. I'm already having a good time.
It's one of those days that the time flies because you really do have so much fun. You're so excited. A little bit tired at the end of the day, but you're running on adrenaline and a good time, and you're around really good company, and the time just flies because it's so much fun.
Now,
Very true.
2 pro tips for you if you're going to be here. One, bring a cooler, not like a big cooler, but like a cooler bag in case you buy live fish. The second thing is bring heavy duty canvas bags in case you're going to accumulate stuff, rocks, wood. You don't want cheap plastic bags. And third pro tip, remember where you park because you may have to make more than one trip out to your car. So I think that's about it, huh?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
a never-ending supply of unbelievable things to buy. So come prepared. Even if you don't plan on it, come prepared to buy some stuff.
A
Absolutely.
good pair of tennis shoes and a good bag will do you some favors.
And a hoodie, because it is
Yeah,
cold in here.
and a hoodie.
Well, everybody, you stay classy, San Diego.
I'm so excited. I can't believe it. It's finally Aquashella Chicago time.
Well, let's get to it then. Let's end this stream and go
All right.
party.
Hopefully we'll see you here. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank
Thank you all.
you.